Hey everyone, it's Justin. Thank you for watching and welcome to Justin's House. In this video, I'm bringing back one of my favorite San Diego features to show you what's changed in Tokyo. That is the Risk Heatmap Workbench, all right? It's changed and I'm excited about it. First things first, there's been some subtle tweaks to what you can do, how you can find things faster, and see some trending, but they're not really apparent. So you can see in the documentation that yes, some things have changed. I've got a list of it here, you know, in my app where I'm tracking them, but it's not really intuitive until you start digging in where those changes are. So I'm going to show an easy one first, and that is you've got this list of risks along the right-hand side showing where you can scroll through and kind of see different things you might be looking for. And then you might say flooding. I want to look at flooding. Well, if I look over here, I don't see flooding anywhere on this map. So if I click on flooding, it's not only going to take me to where that risk is, but it's going to put that nice box around it so that I see, oh, I've got to click on that cell in the heat map in order to get to flooding. So basically can find things a lot easier. Look, it's still highlighting it. I can see that right there. So that's the first one. Pretty easy to see what's going on there. Second one is there's been some rearranging along the top menus here. So these two guys, View Heat Map By and View Risk By, used to be over on the right after this, right before I think this risk assessment methodology. So what's new, and that's not in my other video for San Diego, is this top risks and entities. So I was actually doing some testing, so let me actually kill this entity and make sure it's not showing. I'll go ahead and apply there. So now I'm seeing a list of all the risks in this particular view. I could say, if you look here, I've got 13 that are actually showing. I could say, well, hey, you know what? I can't deal with 13 right now. I got stuff going on. I just need to see the top 10 because that's all I can deal with. So now my risk map is filtered down to the top 10. So that's number one. Number two is what I had selected there. If I want to select specific entities that I'm looking for risks for, so maybe I'm looking at the Midwest division of Acme and I only want to see theirs, now I'll take that map of 10, actually it's still 10, so it must be all Acme Midwest. Now, the last thing that I want to show you that's new, I'm going to go ahead and clear this filter out from right here, and I'm going to get rid of my top risk. I want to see everything, and I'm going to jump into, I think it was, actually, you know what, I need to go back to everything. So I still got a filter on here, it looks like. Let's see, I don't got a filter there. Oh, I still got my entity on there, so let's kill that entity. I thought I did that. All right, so now I'm back to everything, and I'm seeing kind of what I was expecting. Yep, so let's go down here to this section for socks, and I've got these different ones, right? So again, the one that I'm looking at, phishing attacks, is what's showing over there on the right hand side. You can see that. But what I'll call your attention to is some new buttons. One is the risk movement. So you can click on the risk movement for that risk and see how it's moved from inherent to residual, right? So we can see that trending right there. We can also do the risk trend. So if I click on this button, risk trend, I can see there, that button, if I click on it, I will see how that's been trending. This one doesn't actually have a trend on it because I only got one data point for this particular one. So, and this applies to any of these that I click on. I'll have those buttons over there to click on there and actually view the risk movement and the risk trend. Of course, I pick another one. It's got my birthday, but it doesn't have what I was going to show you as far as a trend line. That's okay. These are two new buttons. I probably don't have enough demo data in there for you. And something I didn't show on my first demo when I was showing the Risk Heatmap Workbench is you can click on these risk numbers and actually jump into the risk itself and view all the information about that risk. So again, some risk trends, what our risk response is, where we are in the flow for that risk. Down here I've got control factor or control failure factor, stuff like that, all coming off of this heat map workbench. So the story here is we've got new features in Tokyo and just a quicker and easier way to find what's most important to be looking at, get to it, see what it's trending, understand the information about it, and just making this heat map workbench even better than it was in San Diego. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like, please subscribe, or share it with somebody who you think wants an awesome risk experience in ServiceNow. And until next time, don't forget to always be learning.